Whenever I became a Christian, one thing that I really didn't understand was how I was supposed to know that I was actually hearing God's voice. God's voice, not my own thoughts in my head, not somebody else, how am I hearing from God? And I would hear people say things like, well, you'll just know, like, his sheep know his voice, and, all of this, that, and the other. And that was hard for me to swallow because I have a very creative imagination. How do I know I'm not making this up? And so that's where my mom came in. And she taught me a very extremely valuable lesson on how to hear God's voice. So I'm going to share that with you in case you struggle with the same thing. What she told me to do was grab a notebook and 2 different color ink pens. And in the first color, you're going to write out your prayers to God. Write out your questions, your concerns, your thoughts, whatever. Just write. And then when you're done writing, you swap to the other colored ink pen and you sit still and you listen until you hear something. And when I say hear something, I don't mean an audible voice. I mean something in your head. And then you write it down. You may think you're hearing your own voice. You may not know, but just write it down. And then when you're done, you take that second portion and you compare it to Scripture to see if it matches up with the character of God. And if it does, that's how you know you're hearing from Him. So I hope that exercise helps you like it did me. I think that was one of the best foundational things of my faith that my mother could have taught me. So I hope it helps you too.